Good evening, Democrats. I thought I was in a room with Democrats. Good evening, Democrats. I'm Councilman J.B. Smiley Jr. I'm running to be the next governor of the great state of Tennessee. Real quick, I want to thank the Tennessee Democratic Party for hosting this event and thank each and every one of you for showing up on this rainy and cold night. I'm a product of a Mississippi sharecropper who grew up extremely poor. I'm also a product of a young lady who grew up in the projects of Memphis in the state's poorest zip code. And if you look at the statistics, what they will tell you is one thing for sure. I am not supposed to be here. But the beauty about my upbringing is this. I understand what competent and compassionate leadership looks like. You see, the very same zip code my mother grew up in, I spent the summers of my youth in that same community. My neighbors had to go without every single day. My neighbors would have to walk to the corner store to get the groceries. You see, I lived in a food desert. But when it came time to go to school, I would pick up my bag and I would go across town to a more affluent community. My neighbors had ample. My neighbors had everything they wanted. But the older I became, I understood one thing: common ground. You see, no matter where I laid my head at night, I understood this. No matter the resources everyone had, families all wanted the same thing. They wanted to provide a good, decent living for their young people. And what that means is, that means the folks in this room have to support labor unions. That means the folks in this room must vote against the right to work legislation. That means the folks in this room must stand with the striking workers and co-ops. But that's not it. That's not it at all. They also wanted good health care. They want affordable health care. That means we must expand Medicaid. But it doesn't stop there. We must stand against every piece of legislation that serves as an attack on women. It doesn't end there. They want a good education for the young people. I'm going to tell you what that means for us. That means we must fully fund public education, and that means we must raise teacher pay. As I think about this, I'm going to be honest with you all. We've already seen what it's like when someone with no government experience comes in and tells us they're going to fix our government. And if I can be honest with you all, it's been an absolute disaster in Tennessee. We've seen what Bill Lee has done. Failed policy after failed policy, detrimental policy after detrimental policy. I'm telling you, I'm here to right that ship. I'm excited, y'all. I can feel the energy in this room. I'm going to tell you about myself. I am a small business owner. I'm an attorney licensed in 3 states. But more important than that, I've been a Democrat my whole life. By serving in various capacities. As Judicial Counsel for the Young Democrats of America, Vice Chairman of the Black Caucus of the Young Democrats of America, Executive Committee of the Shelby County Democratic Party, and Treasurer for my oh so precious Tennessee Young Democrats. And if you had an opportunity to come into Shelby County, shout out to Mayor Lee Harris here, my mayor, you will see a couple things in the Shelby County Clerk's office. You will see a gender neutral dress code that I drafted. And if you happen to get married in Shelby County, you will go get a marriage license. It no longer reads husband and wife, it now reads partner 1 and partner 2. I drafted that. I may be a little bit biased, but I'm going to tell you what the state of Tennessee needs. It needs competent, compassionate leadership, but also leadership that keeps people at the forefront of every decision. Now, I'm going to be to my seat real soon, but, as I look across this room, see you all. I know a couple things to be true. I know each and every one of you will vote. I know that you will encourage your friends to vote. I know that you will encourage your families to vote. And now, if I can be really honest and really transparent and extremely candid, the folks in this room, we're expected to vote. But it's the people who do not have the ability to come in this room that will decide this election. It will be the millennials, the Gen Xers, the marginalized communities that will decide this election. So, I'm going to leave you with this charge. I want each and every one of you to stretch yourself just a little bit more. Go into those communities, mobilize, engage, and get them excited about what's about to happen. And oh yeah, tell them the good news, that in 2022, Democrats will win statewide. And by the way, I'm Councilman J.B. Smiler Jr., and I will be your next Democratic nominee for governor. Thank you.